wonderful day in Iowa because someone decided to use Iowa to announce their candidacy. And what was supposed to be a quiet little thing isn't so quiet. So what I'm going to do right now is say to you, here he is, the man of the hour, former state representative from Texas, current candidate for president, and the next president of the United States.
That's right.
How's everybody doing? I love hearing that. Thank you for having us out. Randy, thank you for opening up your home. Happy early St. Patrick's Day to everyone, especially to you. Yes. And it's so great to be in Muscatine and so nice to be welcomed in this way. I met one of my fellow El Pasoans who now lives here, a Thunderbird graduate from Coronado High School. And so it was nice to meet someone from my hometown who was here as well. And so great to be with you all. This is the first day of our candidacy to run to serve you as the next president of the United States of America. I was just taking a picture with someone on the front porch who was kind enough to wait in what for you is a hot house, for us is actually cold. And she said, gosh, you got to fix this mess. And I really feel that the reason that we're all here is because we all feel that we have a responsibility to one another, to this country, and certainly to the people of the future, the generations that will follow us in these same communities, to do everything we can while we still have the opportunity to do so and to do it together. And someone shot me a note today. They said, hey, Beto, I love that you're talking about unifying the country. I love that you keep using the word unity. Think about it this way. Given the challenges that we face, we will not overcome them with only half of the country, with only one party, with only some people who feel a certain way. We absolutely have to make sure that at this moment of division unparalleled since, well, in the last 100 years, a polarization that I haven't seen in my lifetime, partisanship that defines so many of us. We've got to get past those divisions, come back together, find the common ground from which we can work, or those things that we want to change and to make better will never pass. I just greeted a gentleman who was on his way out, and he said, you've got to do something about the healthcare system. My wife's infusions cost $35,000 a month. How do you afford that? Well, ultimately, you don't. If we're going to have guaranteed, high-quality, universal health care for every single American, then we as a country have to come around that shared goal. If we want to make sure that people can work one job and earn a living wage so they can be there for themselves, their families, put something aside, read to their child before she goes to bed and wakes up the next morning in first grade instead of working that second or third job, then we're going to have to work together. If we want to listen to and lift up rural communities by partnering with them, those who understand the answers to the questions that are posed here in places like Muscatine, then we've got to be able to work together. If we're going to have real justice reform and address the fact that we have the largest prison population on the face of the planet, disproportionately comprised of people of color, so many there for nonviolent drug offenses. If we are going to end the prohibition on marijuana, and expunge the arrest records for those who are there for possession of a substance that's legal in more than half the country, we are going to have to work together. And if we're going to face the ultimate existential threat to us, and more importantly to our kids and grandkids, of climate change, knowing full well that there are but 12 years left to us to do this important work, no one person, no president, no matter how experienced, how strong, how capable, no one political party will be able to accomplish it. It is up to every single one of us. And here's the great news. Though imperfect, sometimes frustrating, this democracy is the most effective system of government known to man. We have the potential to call forth the genius of more than 320 million people to face each and every single one of these problems. We can use our status as the indispensable nation to reassert our global leadership, convene the nations of the world around a challenge that affects every single man, woman, and child on this planet. I know we are capable of it. You know we are capable of it because when called to the test before, when we've had challenges that affected our future and our fate, we've always stepped up and done the right thing. That's our moment right now, a defining moment of truth for America, and we are going to meet it together. You all with me on this one? So, my honor to be here with you, to have the chance to introduce myself, and most importantly, to have the chance to listen to you, to hear what's on your mind. Happy to try to answer any question that you pose. Very grateful to listen to any solution that you attach with it from your perspective, your thinking, your life, your experience. I wouldn't be here but for the fact that I know in order to serve you, I first have to meet you, listen to you, and hear things from your perspective and in your community. So thank you for having us here on this first very important day for us in our candidacy to serve you as president. I am grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Appreciate it. Raise a hand. I'll call on you, and we'll get as many people into the conversation.